important to all of us. Me, for my character, absolutely. For me, it's like, you know, it's funny that you said truthful, just because my character, you know, I look at Thomas as just, you know, the epitome of honesty, and especially... Thomas
is hot.
I love that you dunked down for that. Thomas is hot! Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I wanted to really lift from the page, his hotness. You know? I was really focused on that.
You got it! You nailed it!
Because it's all about the fans of the book.
So, Kai, my question for you, is Thomas hot? Yeah. My question for you, tell me a little bit about Teresa. Tell me about whether or not you think she is, needs to be a role model for women for most of the movie until we see Patricia's character. You're the only female in the story. So tell me if you feel that she's a role model, or that she needs to be, or how you hope people perceive Teresa.
But the thing I like about her is that she's not trying to be a role model. Yeah. She's not trying to make friends. She's not bothered about gaining the affections of the boys. It's not about that for her. She's there and she's got her own focus, and she wants to survive, and she wants to get the fuck out of there. Yeah. And I loved that about her, you know. She's not trying to date Thomas. She's not...
I thought the role model part came in when she is, when you say she's forceful, she looks after herself, she's not afraid to hold a machete to someone, you know, and that sort of thing. And that's where I thought, you know, that the sort of the empowerment part.
Yeah, no, I think she's very empowering. I loved playing her. I felt very strong playing her. And that's important for me. I think a lot of times in movies, Hollywood and the rest of the world try and soften female characters, and we have to see them vulnerable, and we have to see them crying and all these things, and yeah, that's a part of who we are as women, but we can also be tough, and that's okay. And I love that about her, you know, she doesn't care. Yeah, I do.
I'm going to turn it over to you guys in a sec. I want to ask about the crazy action scenes near the end. I assume a lot of that was done against a green screen. I assume that there are lots of special effects, but it looks so visceral. It looks like you're right in there being attacked by these things. So what was actually happening while you were shooting?
Well, a little bit of both. You know, the glade that you see is entirely real. Like, the whole thing was there. They built it. They grew a cornfield. You know, it was all real. The maze walls, that threshold was actually there. We shot all those scenes with that actual, you know, the wall closing in and everything. That all worked. The box, council hall, you know, they built it all. And geographically, it all lines up exactly how it does in the movie. We didn't cheat it at all, move it at all. We lived in that world. And then when we did the stuff in the maze, you know, that was obviously on stage. But again, we did have a lot of, you know, we had the maze and the maze walls, and we were running through these corridors. Really only certain things, like the sequences when the maze is changing, and me and Minho running through Ki Hong. Like, you know, yeah, I know. Minho, right? Yes. You know, stuff like that is funny enough. Then just we're in a parking lot on the side of a highway in Louisiana with a giant blue screen. Yeah, so it's you know, it's interesting, and the best thing that we've heard, you know, starting to release the movie and talking about it to everybody. Everybody's been saying to us, or a lot of people have been saying to us, you know, we can't even tell like what's real and what's not. You know, what are the effects and what's not, and that's so great. That just means it works and that the world is believable, and I think it's in part to that balance that we had. You know.
We have some fans of the book and movie out here. I'm going to ask them for some questions. Who's got questions they would like to... Okay, I saw your hand first. Go ahead.
Hi. So I just have a question, because a lot of us are like media students here at Iris, and we're just wondering, like, what do you think the biggest advice would be if someone who's interested in getting into the business, or regardless if it's like acting or getting behind the scenes or something like that?
I knew that question was coming. I didn't know it would be first. I didn't think it would be first. So the question, so everybody can hear. A lot of you are media students and acting students, I would imagine, and all that, theater students at Ryerson, and they want to know from each of you, what would your advice be if you want to start in the business?
I think for me the most important thing is to do it for the right reasons, and if you really love it and it's what you feel like you're put on this earth to do, and to not let anything take you away from that. Don't do it to be a celebrity, don't do it for all that crap, because it's empty. The best thing, the greatest thing about our lives is that we do a job we love. And unfortunately, a lot of the world can't say that. They have to do a job to survive. So to keep that passion, to have that is so priceless and it's so beautiful. And you feel like a great person and then that makes you happy. Even if you're just doing it in the back room of your mum's house, like just keep that love and keep doing it for those reasons.
I'm going to echo everything she said. That's truly entirely how I think too, man. Like, you know, I'm only doing this today because I grew up a kid loving this and loving movies and just, you know, loving storytelling and books and, you know, films and just actors and like they, you know, I was so fascinated by it. And that love, you know, and I just want to do it all the time with my friends, my camera, and I want to make my own little things, you know, and do my ideas, and it was literally just fun to me. It was like I couldn't wait to get home from school and just go and make my little videos, you know. That was what was fun, you know. And you gotta just what's happening? Oh, thanks. That's so cool. Oh my God. Nice. Yes, you know that, and so you know, just stay focused on that because that is truly what matters. If you're doing that every day, you know, and you're practicing it every day, and that's what you need to do too to get better at something like this. You have to practice every day, and you know, it's not even a practice thing because it's so fun. You do it every day. You just do it, and you experience it, you learn, and you grow, and you also grow as a person. You know, it's literally like I very much believe that it's directly correlated to that. You know, so never get caught up with all this. This is such a crapshoot. It's so subjective. It's so random. It's, you know, there's so many reasons that go into like why you get cast or why you don't, that you have no control over it, that you just gotta let go and keep control over what you do have control over, and that's your passion and your love for whatever it is that you want to do, you know, and just do it all the time. And I guarantee you if you do that, something good will happen, you know, funny enough, so.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I feel like I'm going to be in danger of just repeating what these guys say, because what they said is like right on, you know, I think. I consider myself very lucky, and I always kind of wanted to be an actor. And I didn't go to a performance school or anything like that. I went to kind of like a regular school. But they know a dork when they see one. And I kind of got drafted in, you know, just because I like doing comedy, and that's kind of what they first saw me doing. A casting director came around to school. So the thing that I've learned is you kind of never know who's watching, you know, and I think to that extent you've got to see every opportunity as, you know, a very good opportunity. Any opportunity that you guys get to perform as actors, or, you know, put pen to paper as writers, to get in front or behind a camera, you know, is a good opportunity. It's a chance to showcase your skills and what you've got, you know. And if you do have that talent and you compare it with, you know, a lot of hard work and enthusiasm and just honesty, you know, just like genuinely just a love for the craft, then you never know who's watching, and you never know what could happen. And your next short film or your next script or your next performance could be, you know, the lead to the break that you've kind of been waiting for. So just keep working hard, keep plugging away, and know that, you know, one day someone will pick you out for sure. That's it.
You know, Will said that he'd always wanted to be an actor. You always have been an actor. You've been acting since you were this big.
Yeah, acting up with my parents. Being a bit annoying, but yeah, I've been lucky. I started when I was young, you know. I did my first film when I was 12, which was, you know, I never was out of school, and that was disruptive and whatnot. And I think what these guys said about, you know, about I think about getting distracted by the kind of fame elements and all that kind of stuff, like that, you know, that stuff is kind of superficial, and genuinely don't let that kind of bleed into your reasoning for doing anything, you know. Like, I think the novelty of that, if there is a novelty to it, wears off very quickly, you know, and then it's just about like knowing that, you know, the fans love what you produce. That's kind of all that matters. Outside of that, it's not, you know, it's not really appealing. So yeah, just keep it about the work kind of thing.
Will there ever be a Son of Rambo 2? Because I love it all growing up, and I love that movie. If you haven't seen Son of Rambo 2, or Son of Rambo, not yet. This is my dream that there will be a part 2.
This isn't a joke, but it's actually going on stage as a musical in London, which I might audition for. I think I might. Too tall. I won't be able to anymore.
Well, it's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, do it. Go ahead.
I just want to say I absolutely love you guys. The movie's just amazing. You guys are all so cute. Love you. Is there any possibility of getting an autograph or a picture?
Oh my god.
There's a lot of people here, but
We have, just to explain, like, we would love to, but we have no idea. Because how these things are for us is we are just, like, on a leash, and we're dragged in, and we're told when we're being dragged out, and we're dragged into a car, and then dragged to another thing, and then, also...
People happy that they're here, people!
I would really much rather use the time to talk to you guys, whereas, giving one autograph would just kind of make everyone else, upset, and we could not get to everyone. We've already been going for 15 and a half hours today. We're ready to go to sleep, to be honest, but we would love to talk to you. So let's talk.
She wants to say something.
A lot better than I ever dreamed. Like, when I saw the trailer, it was so, like, this was a lot better than I expected.
No, that is great. That's what we want.
And I just want to say that I'm a huge Teen Wolf fan, and I know you're very humble about your work, but Dylan, your acting skills will take you so far. And my question isn't very serious, but I know because two of you are British. I just was wondering, what's your favorite football soccer team?
Both of us are Arsenal fans. Y'all are sitting on red seats right now, I'm just saying. And I've planted an Arsenal ticket underneath one of the seats. No, I'm joking, that would be really cool. But, because you probably don't even want, it's an expensive flight. Yeah, we're both Arsenal fans, that's us. Oh, you're Liverpool? Do you know what, I have a soft spot for Liverpool. My grandma's from Liverpool, so, okay, bless, there we go. There's gonna be no beef, that's good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, girl. Okay, so I have a question for Dylan. My friend asked me to ask you.
So you don't have a question? I'm kidding.
It's my question too.
I'm totally kidding.
Okay, so we wanted to know from your point of view and not from Thomas's, what would you do about the flare if you were in charge, and if you knew the chances for success were slim to none? Would you round up the loonies and send them into that paradise world, or would you do exactly what Wicked did?
Yeah, first of all, spoiler. You're reaching into territories beyond what's going on here. But I'll try to handle it like this. Given this situation that we have surrounding this story, right? I honestly, I have always, not me, me, not Thomas. I confuse ourselves sometimes, right? I personally have always thought it was so funny that they did this. Like, I was like, why would you want to waste any people? You know what I mean? I don't know. Things like that. I don't know how else to answer without giving anything away, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. Alright, cool. Thank you. Thank you.